This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. What a treat to be here in what is called the prettiest little stadium in America, home to the Georgia Southern Eagles in Statesboro. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on another team from the Sun Belt, the Georgia Southern Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Georgia Southern Eagles offense will have the football first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
From the gun to give, looking for room. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's French. The quick out. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Off play action. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Here's a heat. And the Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Touchdown, Eagles! They put the first points on the board. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Georgia State's offense will go to work for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Riles.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And here comes the offense on second down. Brown wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
This Georgia State offense ready to go with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Simmons. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Panthers will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. It's on target and complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. There he goes! And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
The Eagles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. He pulled it and kept it on the option, but he couldn't keep it away from the defense.
I think the QB made the right decision not to pitch it. He needs to do a better job with ball security. The defense, they were able to get and swarm to him quickly and dislodge the football from his body.
Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. There's a difference between being physical and pass interference, and that was way over the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Brown will throw it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
It'll be third and long. They'll give it on the counter. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
Brings up fourth down.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. He's out past the 35. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Back to pass, it's French. Safe completion on the screen. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
And there you go. You see, you don't have bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just
too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
The defense was dialed in. They knew exactly what they were doing. They weren't fooled by it. They weren't fooled by the read game at all. Played discipline, kept eyes on the quarterback, strung that along towards the sideline, and made the big tackle.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. We've reached the end of the period. Georgia Southern is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, it's French. Fires left. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They kick it away on fourth down. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm, trying to get behind the defense. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Panthers can really attack on this second and short. Brown wants to pass. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Man, that one is going to make this quarterback sick to his stomach. That's almost always automatic for him.
Yeah, that's pitch and catch. That's day one. When you go out and watch practice, the ball very rarely hits the ground unless you have a defender because these QBs and wide receivers are so good. But, man, just a mishap, a little overthrow.
Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Off the play fake on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Riles. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Second down coming up. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back has it. Gets it past the marker. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. Fights off a defender. Quick spin on the run.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
Georgia State now has it in the red zone. Brown will throw it. Makes the catch. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Runs out, 4th down.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Nestled just inside that right upright. That brings them to within 1.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Sanders. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot, and that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there, makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
Back to throw, it's French. Oh, they're after him. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They put up a couple of field goals so far, but now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? On the option. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Hurst. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Finding an escape route. Turning it on. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
This Georgia State offense ready to go with another 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Hurst. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Pass interference. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Gonna run it. It's Simmons. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Oh, look out on the right. Past the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They'll try the run. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They go to the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
He's in open space downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. Power football with the run. The Panthers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Brown will throw it. Bringing the heat. Stands in and takes the hit. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Looking to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Going right to work up top. Makes the catch. It's Dallas. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44, a big-time pickup on that one.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Working on the right. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Back to pass, it's French. Got his man downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. And the Eagles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
The Eagles come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for a loss.
Punt is in the air. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
Pass interference penalty will cost the defense 15 and a first down for this offense. To the air on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The give to the back. Open space at the 25. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Georgia State. Once he got some room, it was over.
And that's a backbreaker for this defense, Jesse. They were doing everything they could, trying to let that clock run out, force a field goal. They execute under 10 seconds left, and they put it in the end zone.
Yeah, how about the situational offense there too, though, David? Understanding the time and the clock and managing it absolutely perfectly. And now the decision, do you go for two and try to tie this thing up before you head into the locker room?
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they cut it to a 14-13 game. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Eagles will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Brown wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Brown. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. The Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. Used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Eagles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's French. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Offense has gained momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Man, what great concentration by the big fella. And you see he pulls it in. What a spectacular one-handed grab.
The Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. These two guys, they just shared a glance and they knew exactly what to do there.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the right. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They'll run it from the gun. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Caught in the backfield, it's Dallas. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground with the back. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Leaves it with the running back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Oh, they blocked the kick.
Oh, and the defense needed that, right? If that field goal gets made here in the 2nd half, all of a sudden it's a 2-possession game. But by getting the block, they keep this thing really close. Let's see how their offense can respond.
Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Grabbed behind the line, it's Simmons. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Panthers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard. But Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
Well, he's got to do a better job with the snap count, too, and try to catch the defense when they're napping. Right there, everybody was set and ready. And one more of those type plays, and this dude's losing his quarterback sneak privileges.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. To throw, it's French. Fires to the right. Finds his man, it's Dallas. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Now on first down from the 43. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Catch in the middle, it's Dallas. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver there on the slant throw. Gets across the defender, makes the nice catch, hauls it in.
It'll be third and long. They'll leave it with him. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Give to the running back. Powers ahead, gets 4, he's down at the 10. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the quarterback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Brown wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on third down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. He'll return it from around the 50. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Rides to back and leaves it. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield.
Option football is about responsibility, but I can't give up my hand. I can't show them really quickly and make it easy on them. Good job by the defense, staying patient, defending all the options, stringing it out, making a nice play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. Spins away from the defender. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. 4th down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big 4th down conversion.
The give to the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to him. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's French. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. So they take over with great starting field position, move it 36 yards. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Get it out on the screen. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And in this situation late, when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
And the Panthers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Overton. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
That's reeled in. It's Riles. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Robinson. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
They just keep firing. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
They've got the weapons to stay aggressive. You just made a big play. Let's see if we can take a shot here into the end zone, score, and try to save as much time on the clock as we can.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Going downfield for the big play. He caught it, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Panthers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They go 83 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Throws to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Brown wants to pass. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference. Defense.
You want your defenders to be physical in pass coverage, but they can't be overly aggressive. They can't grab and hold. That's an obvious PI call. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that's a great way to start this drive. Listen, we understand the situation. We need a touchdown. We need a 2-point conversion. But you can't get all of that on one play. Stay consistent. Plenty of time still left on the clock. Dink and dunk if you need to. Take what the defense gives you.
To the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Defense has the lead in the second half. Expect to see a lot of zone coverage. It's going to be tight. It's going to be hard to fit these footballs in, especially when you're throwing in the middle of the field like they were right there as the ball falls incomplete.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Running into the open space. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the right. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Brown will throw it. Lets it fly. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be fourth down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Going for 6. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Pulls it in. It's Sanders. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Got a man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Got it, looking for the first down. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Never a reason to panic. Just run your offense. Plenty of time here. Down one possession late in the fourth. Rush is on him. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
3rd downs are so crucial, and quarterbacks, you want them to be, elite with their functioning, be able to go through their progressions, get rid of the football, not take sacks. But they just took a sack. How about the individual effort by that defense, understanding 3rd down and getting to the quarterback?
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they've bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
Going right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he'll bring it back. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Brown wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.